Hey friends, Ash here with Scents. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we've done one of these. It's time to take a look at some of your collections. And I want to thank you guys too, because you guys keep sending me the collections, even though it has been a while since we've done one of these. So what I'm going to be doing is I've got my laptop right here. I'm going to be taking a look at some of your guys' collections that you've sent me. I'm going to show them to you as well in the video, and we'll go over them together. And today's video is sponsored by FragranceUSA.com. I've got a link in the description to their website. They're running a special for Labor Day, so you can use the code LABOR20 to save 20% off. So go ahead and check out that website. They've got niche fragrances, designer fragrances, good prices. And with that 20% off, the prices are even better. They got fast shipping. Everything is legit. So yeah, Fragrance USA. And one more thing. I'm going to do something a little bit different next time. I'm going to roast your fragrance collections. I'm going to roast them, okay? If you want to be included in that video, shoot me an email. It's in the description. It's gentscentsonline@gmail.com. And just put collection roast as the title. Just be aware, like I said, it's going to be a roast video. So don't get your feelings hurt, okay? Let's jump into it. Collection time. First up, Alex. I'm not going to use last names just in case. Alex. Here's his longtime fragrance collection. Apologies for the weird picture angles. That's okay. So I'm just going to quickly run through these. Don't want to spend a huge amount of time looking at each collection. That way we can keep it chugging along. First picture. First thing I see. Philip Plein. No Limits. I just had a great idea. You know how Anthony Bourdain had the show No Reservations? Rest in peace. I love that show. Philip Plein needs a TV show called No Limits, where he just goes around and does the most outrageous stuff because he's Philip Plein. And it would be a show that everyone absolutely trashed and hated and secretly watched. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff here, though. I really dig it. You've got your Oud for Greatness there. Wait, no, that's the Lattafa. Still good, though. You've got Le Male de Parfum, Ultra Male. You've got all the heavy hitters, right? As far as designer stuff goes, you know, you just see them littered throughout here. Heavy hitter, heavy hitter, heavy hitter. Now, this next photo, you've got a bunch of niche lined up, looking very serious. And then you've got the tower, which I got to give a big thumbs up to. And is that Gucci? It's like, it's a little bit dark. I swear I can't exactly tell if it is, but they look like little bottles of envy. Is that what those are, Alex? Because if it is, I'm going to need you to send those to me. Yeah, fantastic collection, though. I love it. You've got everything covered, like every single base possible covered. You've got the Leighton, the Carlisle, you know, the heavy hitters from each one of these houses. Aventus Green Irish Tweed. You've got it all. Well, not literally everything. That'd be insane. But it's still sick. Next up, our good friend. I can't read that. It's in Cyrillic. Tajir. Fragrance collection from Mother Russia. All right. Got interested in fragrances 3 years ago and has some nice things to say as well. Let's check it out. It's Philip Plein again in the background. No Limits. Philip Plein secretly taking over the world, one bottle collection at a time. I'm not gonna hate on it. I like it, man. What else we got here? We got Royal Oud, Oud Wood Intense, and Oud Wood. So you got that nice little Oud collection right there in the front. And I love all three of those, so that's a big thumbs up. Ombre Leather 16, that's cool because that's the one that I have in the little private blend bottle. I don't have the signature collection yet. And then again, you've got that mix of heavy hitters throughout here. You've got your Acqua di Gio covered, your Versace Pour Homme, you've got your Ultra Male over there, your Explorer, your Spice Bombs. Nice. I do really like this. Once again, you've got all your bases covered. It looks to me like you possibly enjoy those darker fragrances a little bit more than the fresher ones, though. You have your freshy side covered with a few heavy hitters. Shout out Mother Russia and Tajir. Thank you for putting that where I could read it. Next up, we've got Philip Big P. I don't think he goes by that. If you want to, you can go by Big P, Philip. He's got let's see, 1, 2, 3 photos of his collection, and he actually listed out all the fragrances in almost like a spreadsheet below it. Nice, my man is prepared. And this is a nice collection, very clean what you've done here. Much cleaner than what I've got going on back here. And I see a lot of people that do this. You know, they have the boxes that the fragrance came in, and they put the box behind the fragrance, put the bottle in front of the box on the shelves. It gives it a nice look because you have like all these contrasting designs going on with the bottles and the boxes, and they're all put together there. Looks like you've got the whole Bleu de Chanel lineup there, and I do not see any Dior Sauvage, so it would appear that you are Team Bleu de Chanel. Something caught my eye here. That is on the top shelf. Well, top shelf. All the way to the right, and that, my friends, is a vintage bottle of Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. So out of everything that I see here, and I'm gonna double check, you know, the other pictures as well really quickly. Yes, out of everything that I see here, that is what I would go for. Those are not easy to find anymore. You can tell by the sticker on the front. The modern Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme just has the writing on the bottle, like on pretty much all their fragrances, or their fragrances in that line anyway. But those old ones, those vintages, the quality is higher. You will find so many people online who are like, oh, if it only smelled like it used to, it was so good, and now it sucks. That's how they act anyway. But that vintage bottle is that's a find. I'm a big fan of vintage stuff, so to see that, just auto thumbs up. Yeah, it's a solid collection. Once again, you guys hit me with some good stuff here. I dig it. You've got, once again, all your bases covered. I see Yopo Mice down at the bottom on the bottom shelf. You know, I'm not going to be offended that that's on the bottom shelf, but I do think it's a really good buy for the price. And then L'Homme Ideal Cologne. That's a sad one. Yeah, that at discounters was in the $20-$25 range, and it was so good for that price, just stonking good. And then they discontinued it. So, and also gotta give a shout out to my Halloween Man X down there, and a little Dior love with the Dior Homme Intense. Looks like another solid one there, Philip. Solid. Next up, we got Tim. Let's see what we've got going on here. Now this is nice, just simple and clean, just like the theme song to Kingdom Hearts. And one thing I like that I'm seeing here is there are massive dents in these bottles. So I'm going to assume that you wear your fragrances and you wear them a lot. And I like seeing that because it shows you're actually getting some use out of these things and that you really enjoy them. Like H24, that bottle is almost half gone. Now, I don't really like H24, but if you like it and you want to spray yourself down and it makes you happy, then that makes me happy. I like this look though. You know, everything in this nice little area, and it looks like you've gone through and chosen some things that you really enjoy. And that's the most important thing. You know, just get stuff that you like and wear it. Doesn't matter if that's 5 fragrances, 3 fragrances, 10 fragrances, 20 fragrances, 2,000 fragrances. And also shout out to Green Irish Tweed. That's my stuff. Austin is up next. So this is a lot of stuff. Let's see what catches my eye. I am not gonna go through this fragrance by fragrance. That would take too long. So the first thing that I would say is that it looks like you are the world's biggest fan of Armani Code Colonia. So scanning through these bottles here, you can see in the Armani codes up there toward the top, right underneath Herrera, Good Girl, and CH Privé, you got some Armani codes there. And you see Colonia. It sticks out because it's in blue. So you're like, okay, cool. Armani Code Colonia. Then you go to the bottom left-hand corner and it's like, okay, some sequels. Armani Code Colonia 2, The Revenge. Armani Code Colonia 3, the Comeback Tour. Armani Code Colonia 4, Doomsday. You got 4 bottles of Code Colonia. I hope that you really like it. Or maybe you got a bunch as gifts. Or maybe you found the sickest deal on earth and you said, you know what? I'm gonna buy all of it. Either way, I appreciate it. You've got a ton of good stuff here though. You've got kind of a wide range. You know, you have some some really expensive stuff like the Xerjoff, the Tom Ford Private Blends, the Parfum de Marly, and things like that. And then you also have not shied away from the less expensive things like the Axe Oud Wood down there at the bottom, which is surprisingly good for the price actually. And then Gravity even, that's a classic. In the bottom left, right underneath Rojas, not a butt plug for men. And then you've got Killian right in the middle, a whole bunch. So this is a very eclectic collection. And I actually really like that because I think, you know, covering that whole spectrum of what you can get for what price and how things change. And, you know, sometimes you want expensive stuff for a special occasion or just because, and sometimes you just want something inexpensive that smells nice and fresh. You got it all. So that's really nice. I like this. Up next, Paul. Well, first off, I gotta say those police bottles at the bottom definitely catch my eye. The ones that look like a plastic glass sort of hawk. Those bottles have always intrigued me. And police fragrances cost nothing, and yet their bottles are way out there. Now, one thing that I have to draw attention to is, of course, Drakkar Noir. Down in the bottom right next to Tommy Now, but still you got it. And so you get a gold star for that. Gold star right there. You get it. And then Eau de Beau, just a little bit to the left of that, is a stunning fragrance. Absolutely love it from L'Occitane. Kenzo Jungle, see that kind of creep in next to Mont Blanc Legend. That is a favorite of mine. Really enjoy Jungle. Let's just flip over to the next page very quickly here so we can keep it going. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff I like. That looks like a honkin' bottle of death for African leather. I think that's the big boy because usually they come in a 75 ml size bottle, but they do come in a larger one. I think 200 milliliters. And that's what that looks like. And I like that. Right next to it, you've got a Italian leather there. And I like that too. I love the tomato leaf in there. Assuming that those are actually the big ones, they might be the 75 mils and the camera angle could be completely messing with me, which I think might actually be the case now. You know what, either way, they both get a thumbs up. You've got Idole de Luban, you've got Ormond Jane, Serge Luton, lots of stuff here that is just to die for. This is a great collection. You've got a lot here that's just top of the line stuff. It's well manicured, we'll say. Everything is put together well. Not a lot of stuff stands out as just something that I would immediately trash. All right, gotta keep moving, Thank you, Paul. Next up, Josh. Full disclaimer, this is not where I store my fragrances. I was pulling them out of my cabinet to rearrange them to accommodate for my new bottles and decided to spread them out along the floor for pictures. Cool. So the picture of the cabinet with everything that's put in there, I have been there and my stuff has looked like that for years before I got all this stuff, you know, all these cabinets. The worst thing about that is when you reach into the back to get something and you pull it out and your bottles fall all over the place because you hit one on the way out. That's happened more times than I care to admit. You know, you would think that you would be super careful every single time taking the bottle out, putting it back, and you would never knock anything over. Nah, you're gonna knock stuff over. It's gonna happen. Again, great collection here. We've got Parfums Marly Creed by Killian Amouage. You've got Amen, some Ferragamos, Mancera, Giorgio Armani. Lots of good stuff here. M7 Oud Absolute up in the corner, fantastic. Kerosene up in the opposite corner, also fantastic. Really good. And then to the left, I think there's a picture. Yes. Okay. So there's this picture looking down on the bottles where it has Follow by Kerosene kind of sitting on top there. And you have a number of what look like decant bottles with like a circular sticker on them. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like. So that is an independent fragrance house called Kais. And it's like Kais Perfumes, Kyse. And those you can get for a really good price. They come in a bunch of different sizes. I think 15, 30, 60, 100. Maybe. And then you can also get little 1 or 2 milliliter samples. And the cost on those is not extravagant. So if you get a 30 milliliter size, 1 ounce, then that's going to run you about $35 from the website, I believe. They've got a whole bunch of different fragrances. A lot of them are kind of sweet type scents. But it's a really interesting house. Now I'm just kind of looking at the whole collection kind of spread out, and I like it. I like it. I would take that Yope that's in the back and I would set that on fire. But if you like it, you keep it. Everything else that I'm seeing here though, fantastic. That's the only one that I can really single out. I think everything else is really good. Yeah. So thanks, man. Thanks for sharing. Let's hit at least another one really quickly. Tim, another Tim. Is it the second Tim? That is the second Tim. Tim 2, Yope Homme Ice. Fantastic, inexpensive fragrance. You've got Wanted by Night, another fantastic, inexpensive fragrance. Luna Rossa Black, which I absolutely love. Code Absolute, love it. Womo Signature, love it. Mercedes-Benz Club Black, love it. Prada Amber Pour Homme, love it, of course. That's what I was gonna say. And Star Walker, can't forget Star Walker. That is one of the most overlooked Mont Blanc fragrances ever. Well, of course, Mont Blanc doesn't have that many fragrances, but still really overlooked. And then you've got your Swiss Army knife kind of fragrances right in the middle there. Bleu de Chanel, right next to Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. And then kind of right behind it there, Acqua di Gio Profondo. Tim, I approve of your collection. You can wear these fragrances in many different situations and people will like how you smell, and you will like how you smell, which is the most important thing. We're gonna end this really quickly with Mike. He sent me an email and said that he got a sweet fragrance pickup, and let me tell you, it is sweet. You got 1 million Lucky for $22.90, $22.90. Got it from Kohl's. It was $32.90 at clearance, and he had $10 Kohl's cash, so 23 bucks. Nice. And then a quick shot of his collection as well, and a lot of familiar faces here. Eros, Acqua di Gio Profondo, Encre Noir All Extreme, Profumo, Sauvage, Halloween Man X Explore. These are some of those modern day fragrances that are kind of, Swiss Army knives to an extent. People wear these anywhere. So this is a really nice kind of foundation to a fragrance collection where you've got just pretty much all your bases covered. And, as time goes and things interest you and you can pick them up for the right price, add it in. And I see that you've got Curve there. I'm going to assume that's for nostalgic reasons, and I can get on board with that. Now go ahead and go buy yourself a bottle of Drakkar Noir. You need it. You kind of put it right in the middle where Profumo is. Move Profumo to the side and put Drakkar up where that one is. Yeah. With that, I'm gonna wrap this up. Went longer than I expected, like always. Again, if you want to be part of that roast video, send me the email. Send it to me. Thank you to Fragrance USA for sponsoring Labor 20. Save yourself 20% off, link in the description. And thank you to every single person that sent me their collection so they could be featured in this video. If you don't want to be part of the roast video, but you just want to be part of a future collection video, you can do that as well. Just send it to me again to my email address, genscentsonline@gmail.com, and just put fragrance collection as the email title. What am I saying? The email subject. The subject. It's gonna do it for me. Thanks guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for your support. See you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video.